Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a book that's nearly a century old but feels strangely modern. The Stranger by Albert Camus. Written in 1942, it's a novel that confronts the absurdity of life, the search for meaning, and the quiet rebellion of simply existing authentically. Who is Camus? Before we get into The Stranger, let's talk about the man behind it. Albert Camus was born in 1913 in French Algeria. He grew up poor, lost his father in World War I, and was raised by his mother. That background, living on the margins of colonial society, shaped his perspective on life, injustice, and human struggle. Camus wasn't just a novelist. He was a philosopher, journalist, and activist. He lived through World War II, joined the French resistance against Nazi occupation, and later won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1957. But here's the twist. Camus rejected the label of existentialist. He saw himself as a thinker of the absurd, someone who believed life has no ultimate meaning, yet insisted we must live fully and authentically anyway. For Gen Z, this matters. Camus wasn't writing from an ivory tower. He was grappling with war, poverty, and political chaos. His philosophy was forged in crisis, just like ours is being shaped by climate change, digital overload, and social upheaval. That's why his voice still feels fresh today. Now, you might ask, why is Gen Z, digital natives growing up in an era of chaos, climate anxiety, and endless scrolling, turning to Camus? The answer lies in how his philosophy speaks directly to the uncertainty and fragmentation of our times. The absurd in a digital age. Camus' central idea is the absurd, the clash between our desire for meaning and the universe's silence. In The Stranger, Massault's indifference to social norms and even his mother's death shocks readers. But for Gen Z, living in a world of algorithm-driven feeds, economic instability, and constant crises, the absurd isn't just philosophy, it's daily life. The absurd today looks like doom scrolling through climate disasters and political chaos while still having to show up for work or school. Camus doesn't offer easy answers. Instead, he says, acknowledge the absurd, don't deny it. That honesty resonates with a generation skeptical of fake optimism and curated perfection. Revolt as resistance. Camus' response to the absurd isn't despair, it's revolt. Not rebellion in the sense of overthrowing governments, but a refusal to give in to nihilism. Massault, facing execution, embraces the absurdity of existence and finds peace in it. For Gen Z, revolt might look like choosing authenticity in a world of filters, rejecting toxic hustle culture by valuing rest and mental health, creating memes, art, and protest movements that laugh at chaos while demanding change. Revolt is about living fully, even when meaning isn't guaranteed. That's why Camus feels so relevant. He validates the struggle without prescribing false hope, meaning without guarantees. Camus insists that life has no inherent meaning, but that doesn't mean it's meaningless. Meaning is something we create moment by moment. In The Stranger, Massault finds freedom in accepting life's lack of ultimate purpose. For Gen Z, this is liberating. You don't need to have everything figured out by 25. You don't need to conform to traditional paths of success. Meaning can be found in small acts, friendship, creativity, activism, or even humor in the face of absurdity. This resonates with a generation that's redefining careers, relationships, and identities outside of rigid structures. Why Gen Z is reading Camus? So why Camus and why now? Because his philosophy mirrors the chaotic digital era, where absurdity is everywhere. Because revolt feels like an act of survival, choosing to live authentically despite uncertainty. Because meaning is no longer handed down by tradition or institutions. It's something each person must craft. Camus doesn't give Gen Z answers. He gives them a framework. Embrace the absurd, revolt against despair, and create meaning in the moment. In a world of chaos, that's not just philosophy, it's a survival guide. In conclusion, The Stranger isn't just a novel about a detached man in 1940s Algeria. It's a mirror for our times. Gen Z is reading Camus because his ideas cut through the noise of the digital age and offer a radical kind of honesty. Life is absurd, but that doesn't mean we stop living. So maybe the real lesson is this. In the face of chaos, we don't need certainty. We need courage, revolt, and the freedom to craft our own meaning.